Okay, hello, this is Mrs. Laffey, and we're doing Unit 7, Lesson 10. This is Interpreting Inequalities. I can explain what the solution to an inequality means in a situation, and I can write inequalities that involve more than one variable. So let's take a look at the warm-up, 10.1. I'm going to go to my page so I can write on it easily. Okay, so in each equation, is each equation true or false? Be prepared to explain your reasoning. So is 3 times 12 plus 5 equal to 3 times 12 times 3 times 5? So that's going to be false. And that's because this is not a plus sign. So the equation on the right should be addition. And by that, I mean in here. So this is 3 times 12 and 3 times 5, but this would have to be a plus sign in the middle. All right, so that's false. 1/3 times 3/4 is equal to 3/4 times 2/6. Well, 1/3 and 2/6 are equivalent fractions, so that is true. Because 1/3 is equal to 2/6. Number 3, 2 times 1.5 is equal times 12 is equal to 4 times 0.75 times 6. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so on one side we get 836 and one side we get 18. And 36 does not equal 18, so that is false. So if we have 2 times 1.5 times 2, it should be 3, right? And then 12 times 3 is 36. And on the other side, you have 0.75 times 4, which is 3. And 3 times 6 is 18. So 18 does not equal 36. Okay, 10.2, basketball game. What does 15 is less than n mean in the context of the basketball team? So Noah scored n points. So this means that Noah scored greater than 15 because the n is on the side with the greater than. So in this one, Noah scored more than 15 points. What does n is less than 25 mean in the context of the baseball game? It means Noah scored less than 25 points. And then it says draw 2 number lines that represent the solutions to the 2 inequalities. So it's going to look, let's do 2 number lines. The first one, so when they do this, 15 is less than n, I always say do the variable. So it means that n is greater than 15. So I'm going to change it around. It means the exact same thing, but it just is less confusing of which one to graph on the number line. So if we're doing, this is 0, and then we have 5, 10, 15. We're going to open circle and it's going to go to the right. And then the next one is n is less than 25. So again, let's do our 0 here, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and our little lines. And then it's not equal to 25, it's only less than 25, so we're going to put an open circle at 25, and we're going to go to the left. This n is less than 25. All right, continuing on with those questions. Name a possible value that n is, that for n that is a solution to both inequalities. So for example, if it's, remember, n is greater than 15 and n is less than 25. So any number between 15 and 25. So for example, 20. Name a possible value for n that is the solution to 15 is less than n, but not a solution to n is less than 25. Noah scored more than 15, so it would have to be anything greater than 15 but not less than 25, so it could be 30. Can negative 8, number 6, can negative 8 be a solution to n? In this context, explain your reasoning. So the answer is no, because the score of a basketball game cannot be negative. You can score 0 points, but you can't score negative points. All right, 10.3 is unbalanced hangers. Here's a diagram of an unbalanced hanger. Jada says that the weight of one circle is greater than the weight of the pentagon. Write an inequality to represent her statement. Let P be the weight of the pentagon, so this is P, and C be the weight of the circle. So C is greater than P would be one of the inequalities, or you could write P is less than C. B says a circle weighs 12 ounces. Use the information to write another inequality to represent the relationship of the weights, and then describe what this inequality means in the context. Okay, so we know that P, if this is 12 ounces, we can say that P is less than 12. And that means that the pentagon weighs less than 12 ounces. Okay, moving on. Number 2. Here's another different diagram of an unbalanced hanger. Write an inequality represent relationship of the weights. Let P be the weight of the pentagon and S be the weight of the square. One pentagon weighs, so you could say P is greater than S, or S is less than P. And if B says one pentagon weighs 8 ounces, So use this information to write another inequality to represent the relationship of the weights. So you could say S is less than 8, as this one is less than 8 ounces. So this means the square is less than 8. The book is crazy. All right, it's wrong again. So I'm thinking about why. The square is less than 8. The pentagon weighs 8, and that's less. Okay. And then C says graph the solutions to this inequality on a number line. So we're going to make the number line. And let's count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. You can make it anything you want. And we're going to have an open circle at 8. And all the values less than 8. So number 3 says, based on your work so far, can you tell the relationship between the weight of a square and the weight of a circle? If so, write an inequality to represent that relationship. If not, explain your reasoning. So we have, remember the pentagon in the first scenario was less than the circle. And in this case, the pentagon is bigger than the square. So we can say S is less than C because the pentagon is less than C and the square is less than the pentagon. All right, so we can write there. The square is less than the pentagon. Which is less than the circle. Therefore, the square has to be less than the circle. All right, so I'm going to put a line here so I'm not looking at that when I'm looking at number 4. Sorry if you couldn't see that. There you go. All right, so we're saying that the pentagon was less than the circle and the square is less than the pentagon, so the square has to be less than the circle. All right, number 4. This is another diagram of an unbalanced hanger. Andre writes the following inequality. C plus P is less than S. Do you agree with this inequality? Explain your reasoning. So no, because these are clearly heavier. So C plus P is greater than S. And that's because the combined weight of C and P is greater than S. Well, these two are heavier than this. All right, number 5. Jada looks at another diagram of an unbalanced hanger and writes S plus C is greater than 2T, where T represents the weight of one triangle. Draw a sketch of this diagram. Okay, so Jada looks at another die and writes S plus C. So square plus circle, square and circle is greater than 2 triangles. So it's hard to draw this, but it's going to look like this. Okay. All right. That is the end of the student-facing task statements. There is an Are you ready for more? If you want to do it, you can do it and then send it to me through email if you want me to check it for you. I'm not doing Seesaw anymore. All right, so you have your practice problems you should do, your cool down you should do. Turn the cool down in Google Classroom, and then tomorrow you will check your practice problems with the video that I provide for that. All right, so have a great day.